All right, so you may know me by now, Patrick Rector. I'm the co-owner here at Rector Excavating. I guess this journey started back in about 2000, technically, when my dad incorporated Rector Excavating. So this is the 25th year anniversary, technically. And I've been working here all my life, so you could say since I was about 8 years old. But technically on the payroll back in about 2009 when I was still in high school. As a junior in high school, that summer between junior and senior year, I worked every day all summer long here. Saved up all my money to buy my first diesel truck, so I thought I was hot stuff back then. And then in 2010, my senior year, 2009, 2010, I was co-oping here. I already had all my high school credits besides English and math. The high school required you to take that every 4 years, and they kind of had to make up a math class for us that year because they ran out. But anyway, that allowed me to get out about 10:30 or 10:50, something like that. So I still spent half my day through the school year here. Then summer hit, and obviously back to full time. So after high school, my parents encouraged me to go to college, and both of my sisters went. Both of them are really smart as well, especially with math. Same with me. My dad's really good at math, so I guess that's where we all got it from. Well, when I started my college journey, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And since I was good at math and my sister was a CPA, I thought I would go start my schoolwork towards that. But luckily the first year, you don't really do anything geared towards your degree, I guess. So it was all just your basic math, and I even had to take theater. Anyway, some of the classes were online, so I forgot to do that homework. So I got big goose eggs for that. So I ended up killing my GPA. And while I was going to college, I still worked here, obviously. So I only went to school 2 days a week and worked when I got out of school, and then the other 3 days. And I pretty much did everything here, especially back then. I ran the equipment, laid the pipe, sanded the pipe, did the restoration on top, and did every position that's here basically now. I did it all on a daily basis. And it was usually just me, my dad, and a couple other guys. So there's like 4 of us. And we would just do one project at a time. And once my grades weren't that great in college, I decided I would rather make money now and then not worry about school. And so I just quit going and just started working here full time. And that was like 2011 when college was over, I would say. And you know, I was still the pipe layer, the operator, all that stuff. My dad was basically the foreman and the only owner at the time. That went on for, I don't know, several years. My wife graduated in 2011 and actually started working here and became a pipe layer. So we then had my wife, my little cousin, my dad, and me as like a crew at one point. And they were laying the pipe and I was sanding the ditches. Fast forward to 2013, we were doing a job out on a street, and we had been there for a couple months. So we had to shut down this lane to detour this traffic around a little hydrant we were doing. Now, granted, we were in a subdivision, 25 miles per hour. We had been there for, I think, like 3 months. had all of our signage up, barrels, flagger ahead. We had a flagger. So they're coming up the street and we were just detouring them through this parking lot. And it was a morning in October. I can't remember the day. My wife and Dad would know, but I think it was October 18th. So this guy was coming up through there, stopped at this stop sign, and then come up this entranceway where we were cut across the street. And my little cousin was there flagging and directing these people around. Well, he was flagging this guy to go through the other parking lot. And I looked up, I was sitting in the track hoe digging across the street, and my wife was standing next to the ditch and my dad was in the ditch. And when I realized this guy wasn't stopping and I had no idea why, I looked up to yell at them, and all they could do was turn, and bam, the car hit my wife over the ditch, and then my dad was turning to face the car at this point, smacked my dad, drug him up out of the ditch, and then this car was just front wheel drive car, and the tires were just suspended in the ditch. And it was just laying, like my dad was sitting on the edge of the ditch bank like this, and the car's just laying there. I jump out. My wife ended up like 10 feet across the road and on the ground. Well, we all freaked out, jumped out. I'm trying to lift this car off of him by hand. My wife's trying to help me lift this car off of him by hand, and the driver had already dove out of the driver's seat, obviously hysterical and freaking out too. When my dad's head had went back, slapped the pavement, came up. And the funny thing is, he was the calmest of everybody. So he calmed me down. He's like, "You're not gonna get this car from me like this. Hurry up, hook up to it with the hoe and lift it off of me." And so that's what we did. And so all that happened, the ambulance came and took my dad, and they were telling him that his legs were probably completely broke because he couldn't move them. They felt like they were on fire. So they took him straight to UC hospital. Finally realized that guy never put his car in park, so I got him to put his car in park, and got him out of there. My wife went to the hospital too because her neck was messed up from getting hit by the car as well. So all that went down in October 2013. So then we had this water main project to finish. So here I was. At the time, I was just my girlfriend, Trisha, and then so Trisha and my dad were going. I had my little cousin left. So a friend of my dad's came and helped me out, and we hired another guy. And it was at that point, his friend was kind of overseeing the job, but at the end of the project, I was pretty much capable of doing the day-to-day tasks by myself. So my dad had to get 2 ACL surgeries, 6 months apart, 6 months for the first one to recover, and 6 months for the second one. So I guess like 2015-ish, he comes back, and we kind of go back to the same routine. But at this point, I had been doing stuff by myself with those guys, and kind of figuring out I was forced to become a leader right then and there. And when he came back, that was when I was kind of gung-ho about, there's 4 of us. We really need to figure out a way to make this bigger, like I can do jobs and you can do jobs. We don't have to be working together all the time. And then when my wife, she ended up taking some jobs somewhere, a couple other jobs, other places, but I'm trying to think of the timeline. This was about like 2018 or 17 or something. She came back and was kind of doing all the administrative work in the office and helping my dad get bids together. Because when she came back, that was when I really said, okay, you just go look at these jobs, I'll stay here. And then I just started doing these projects, smaller ones, even into bigger ones. And that just kind of started snowballing. And then next year, I think we maybe went to like 8 or 10 people. And by like 2020, I think we were up to 17, 18, something like that. And that was the COVID year, obviously. So we were going pretty big in 2020, and we had a couple more foremen. So all that just snowballed into where we are now. We have Jared, Will, and Denver as our 3 foremen. And then you obviously have me and my dad that can do projects as ourselves. But we kind of pretty stay busy bidding projects and putting out fires now. And that's, I guess I kind of skipped when I became co-owner. So I think I've been co-owner for 3 years. And that was like 2022, I believe. I had some opportunities to go work at other places, but I just had some conversations with my dad, and he kept saying he saw me taking this over because it really went in my direction at that point. So I actually turned those down and saw this through and helped him grow it into what it is now. And yeah, 3 years ago, I guess he acknowledged me for everything I've been doing and everything I can do, and I became co-owner here. So we kind of have a rare relationship, everybody says, because most dads and sons bicker and fight back and forth. And don't get me wrong, we might cuss each other out here and there, but it's actually very rare. And when we do, we're over in a couple hours, and we don't hold grudges against each other or nothing. And yeah, we usually talk each project through, bidding and everything, and we're pretty much always on the same page 99% of the time. And that's why it's worked out so well, I think. Right now, like immediately right now at Rector, I'd say we're getting some bigger projects now. We used to do, back in 2018, I'd say an average project was a couple $100,000. Now, we're trying to do projects. I mean, we'll do all projects, but we're trying to hit those $1 million, $2 million ones, just bank those up to put on a schedule and do. And right now I've been really kind of safety conscious about getting everybody on the OSHA 10s and making sure everybody we hire knows what they're doing, gets their OSHA 10, trying to get more CDL drivers trained, and just kind of, we've grown to this point where the correct steps and the right paperwork and everything needs to be done daily and actually complete it and saw through. And every measure and every policy we implement needs to be enforced and everybody following along. So we've been focusing on that here the second half of the year, and I'm hoping to make this one of the better places to work and the safest place to work around here.
So I was born into blue collar life and construction life. My dad, he was a builder and in excavating as well. And so this wasn't foreign to me, but I got tired of being in sales and being a pushy salesperson. But I decided to join Randy and Patrick and I think 2 other guys at the time, or maybe 1 other guy, in 2012 in the field. So I have knowledge, and I've actually been in the field working, laying the water mains, doing the storm sewers, and just, I can't remember exactly what projects we did, but the main one we did when I was working was the St. Jude Circle water main, where me and Randy actually ended up getting ran over on. And that's kind of where my field work took a halt. After that, I've had a really bad back since, and it's never really been the same ever since I got ran over. I just can't lift too much, or it's just doesn't work out anymore. So I ended up, after I got hit, not being able to return to field work, and I did some, office jobs, quite a few of them, and I never really found my home. Nothing really felt like family. It all just felt like you were a number everywhere you went. So when I returned in 2018, I brought with me the mindset that I wanted a family culture at Rector Excavating, because I knew Patrick wanted to grow the business, and I was all for it to help him out with that. And my whole outlook on everything was to just bring in some solid guys that can be family, and if family's first and work's second, it just kind of works that way. Yes, we have to put on our HR cap that I don't like to put on, and we have to, have the hard conversations and everything, but I also feel like we're all just family here. So that's the exact culture I wanted to create back in 2018 when I started here, and I did all the hiring back then. I also was Randy's brain. I joke about that. Everybody that knows how me and Randy worked back then knows that I was his brain for him, and I did all the bidding and basically kept him in line to go bid on all these jobs while Patrick was running projects. And we eventually went to 2 crews, and we eventually went to 3 crews, and it just kind of snowball effect from there.
I growed up doing hard work. I used to be able to do it all myself. I had to do it all myself because I was just a one-man show when I started. I guess the hardest part is just the heat. If it's hot, digging with a shovel, doing a lot of hand digging and stuff, that's the hardest part about this job, I guess, is the hand digging you got to do. You know, we got machines that takes care of the rest of it anymore. I guess laying water line is probably one of the harder things to do. A lot of it is paying attention to your details, so you don't want to leak or nothing. We've had, you know, issues before. We don't want nothing like that. I guess laying, we lay a lot of storm pipe. Storm pipes I like doing. We'll do sanitary. We'll put electrical conduit in. We'll do site work, moving dirt. We got a concrete crew. We pour a lot of concrete. We'll do as much as we possibly can on a job. First few jobs I did, I started out. As soon as I bought a loader, my neighbor, he wanted a lake built. I built a lake, built his lake, got done with his lake. He decided he wanted another one redone. We did it. I did some site work. I did some basement digging for residential work. Then I got my on-site septic system license. I started installing septic systems and put driveways in because it was just me. Then I got one other guy started helping me. It was just 2 of us. And then I started doing a little bit of commercial work, city work, municipality work. And I just growed from there. And then you see where we're at today. I don't know if this is a good thing or not, but this is where we're at.
I'm Jared Damon. I'm a foreman here at Rector. Growing up, my dad would always tell me, Jared, you half-ass everything. You don't do it if you're gonna half-ass it. And I became a construction worker or whatever, and I learned, you know, craftsmanship, attention to detail and stuff like that. And my background's more so in like millwright world, welding and fabrication, nuts and bolts, like done a little bit of elevators. So coming here, I always try and treat what I do here as if I was the homeowner and the business owner. If I come home from work and the job site looks like a wreck, I'm gonna say, wow, that's a shitty company. I don't wanna be the guy that's considered half-assing everything. I look at it as a business standpoint too. When you drive down the road, this is a site that you guys worked at all day. People are driving by, and you should be so proud to say that I'm a man, I did that with my buddies, and look how good it looks. I'm picky about cone spacing, I'm picky about spoil piles, just everything. Like, I cannot stand a mess. If your job site's cleaned up and you run into a struggle or whatever, where maybe you popped a main or something, and they have to come out, they're not gonna be happy, but they're gonna be even more pissed if they come out to your site and it looks like a bomb went off and you have zero control. I'm like, wow, this dude's a clown, and I'm not a clown. So I just always do everything to the best I can and do it that way so I can ensure it's done right. I'm a craftsman. I love doing what I do. I love doing a good job, and I'm proud of myself. It's amazing to think where I was in life, and then to step back and see what I'm capable of doing, what my guys are capable of doing. I love leading them into these big jobs or whatever, and then at the end, look back, you guys did that. That's my favorite part. Just being so proud of what we can accomplish. I love keeping my guys safe, and I care a lot about safety. And as a leader that I think I am, it's my sole responsibility to make sure that they come home safely. My second daily responsibility, would be trying to meet whatever quota or finish whatever job we got going on, followed by paperwork and getting materials ready, cleaning my truck. I don't know. I got a bunch of shit that I do.
Well, what separates us from other companies, the bigger ones, we're hands-on, we're involved at the site, me and Patrick, and we're there. I'm there a lot of times doing work too, right with my guys, and we're more involved in the work itself. We're not, I don't know how to describe it. The bigger companies, I understand why they're not there, but you never see a boss from a bigger company on a lot of these job sites, the bigger, and we're hands-on a lot. I mean, and we take a lot of work we do personal, how we want it done, and makes a difference, I think. We try to do the best we can. We tell our guys to do the best. We don't care if it takes a little longer to do it the better way. Always do it the better way. In construction, you have problems getting stuff done. You run into a lot of problems, especially working in the middle of the cities, the middle of a street. It's been there for 100 and something years. Nobody knows what's there. Right now, they're doing a water main down in Newport. Of course, right down the middle of their ditch is an old gas main. They're having to tear it out as they go along. It's just stuff like that.
The best word to describe us, honestly, I think would be reliable. Because back to those overnight tie-ins and emergencies, there's not one time that a company, municipality, or owner has called and needed us like there, right then, right now. And 100% of the time, it's always me and my dad dropping everything we're doing. I mean, this could be 10 o'clock at night. And we're there within 30 to 40 minutes to assess the situation, and we have equipment and a crew on site within an hour and a half of the first phone call. So when I think of Rector, I just think, we're reliable, rigid, reliable company.
Patrick and Randy are really involved. If you're ever struggling, they don't give you any qualms or anything. They just show up and help you, and that's a lot, when you have somebody there that can help you figure it out when you might not be able to figure it out yourself. That takes a lot of weight off of it. When I first started, we were doing a manhole, and the sewer lateral got ripped open, and we were all standing down there in shit water, and actually it was just me and Will. And we couldn't get the box set on the right grade, and Randy come down there and helped us, and he's chest deep in shit water too, and that was you get a lot of respect for somebody like that. Wow, you're down here with us, not yelling at us or nothing, but you're down here helping us. Same with Patrick. He does that kind of shit all the time, where he'll show up to the job and he'll help you, and just like it was nothing. All right, see you guys, I'm out of here. The way that they do treat us like family. They take us to lunch, they provide gifts for us, they throw the best Christmas party possible. We go to lunch for Thanksgiving, all that kind of stuff. This is a real family here.
Our employees we got right now, we got a bunch of guys right now, and we all get along. I mean, we all bicker a little bit now and then, but other than that, they kid around, they get along real good, and I'm pleased right now with what we got. We got probably, to be honest with you, I'm guessing, I think 25 employees, right around there, maybe more, I don't know. But we got a good crew right now, real good crew.
Yeah, so a lot of guys here that already work at Rector are literally my family, nephews, uncles, cousins, and anybody we bring in, you know, this is a family-owned business and still a small business enterprise. And I try to treat everybody here like family. I feel like we really do. And you know, once you're here and I know you and you know you're part of the family, I would do literally probably anything to help you out. You know, people fall on hard times, and I do like my employees to know that we are here for them, and to let them know, you know, they're like family to me. And you know, you're only as good as your employees in a business like this. And we got some dogs that work here that are just, they'll never lay down, and I'll stack them up against any other company's crew. And that's, you know, I feel like that's hard to find. And our core group of people here now are, you know, our list of employees is probably about the best as it's ever been. And, you know, everybody does their job, and I just feel like we're at a good place right now with morale and everybody getting along.
I can't speak enough on how amazing our crews are, and these guys that, you know, put in the hours in the field and get the work done. They're amazing, and I can't thank them enough. I try to when I'm around, but I'm not quite often around anymore because I'm stuck in the office and taking care of babies. So I wish I could be like I used to. I miss that, but they're holding it down, and we have great foremen now. We just have a good team, and it's growing, and we don't plan to stop.
My brother literally works here. That's one of the greatest things ever, is get to come and work with your brother every day. They're all my best friends. Like I love every single one of these guys. We're all friends. That's just a blessing. You know, you go to work some companies and you just can't stand the people you work with, and you're lucky to get everybody that you like. You know, for the most part, we all get along great.
That's the best thing I ever did, work for Patrick and Randy. They take care of you. If you need something, you just ask them. It's like family.
So I see success here in the future. I want to grow a little bit, but I don't know how much, because it's already hard enough now. But I feel like if I can get the right guys in the position I'm in now, and then I would feel comfortable with maybe taking on some more employees and more work. And I just want to be, you know, around the 40-ish mark, and then I want Rector to be, you know, one of the safest companies to work at, because I have 3 little kids and a lot of my employees are my age, and I want everybody to go home to their families every day, no matter what. So if we can grow just a smidge and then up and get, you know, our safety standards above and beyond to where I know everybody's going to go home. I mean, we're safe now and we don't have any problems, but I think with growing, we're going to need to implement some more stuff, policies, and see them out. And, you know, maybe take on a little more like different types of work, like getting a concrete crusher and crushing concrete and shredding topsoil and doing that. I feel like we got the water mains down pat. We do a lot of that, and maybe dabble into some site work some more, but it's never worked out for me too well, but I would like to do that in the future.
With me and Patrick, it's usually sky's the limit, so hoping to be one of the biggest excavating contractors in Northern Kentucky. Maybe we'll venture across the river eventually, but I don't know, we usually typically don't go across the river. But our hopes and plans is for our kids to be part of it in 20, 30 years and watch them grow and take it over and turn it into something even bigger than what we can.